Hello, everyone. We have some special guests tonight at Pickett's Church. We have Dave and Sarah of Gillmoney, and we also have Chad, the Goldfinger Picker.
Hi. that was taking us back several years. So.
Oh boy. Let everybody know in the chat if you hear us fine, if everything's coming through. If you see all these ugly mugs, let us know. But what you guys all been up to this week?
All of the things. We have been doing all of the things.
yeah, right.
This week, how about what have you guys been up to the past, I don't know, 2 years?
Right? Well, we're in a new location.
For people who don't know, and there's a lot of new people that come around. For the record, these guys have been around for a long time, but they haven't been around for a long time. But tell them who you guys are and what you have done in the past and where you're at now and blah.
Well, Once upon a time, we made a full-time living doing eBay. And at the time when we first started doing it, we didn't know that there was like a YouTube thing that existed for that. So we had just gotten done listening to a Tony Robbins seminar thing. And he was like, you know what? Everything behind this says we should do stuff to help other people. So we started making YouTube videos, which I hated. I hated being on camera. It was weird, even not being live or anything, just being behind the camera, it was awkward. Like if you go back and watch our original videos, I'm awkward as shit. It's great. But so we started doing that, and we started doing that in probably 2008, 2009.
In the 2000s.
Sometime in the 2000s. And after about a year of doing it part-time, we were able to go full-time. He got fired from his job, which he was praying for from day one because he hated his job. And I was able to quit my job probably 6 months later. And we just went full-time from there. And now we are Amazon only. And we do private labels, so.
Yeah, I moved away from eBay, just trying to, I don't know, move away from all the shipping and all the cleaning and all the stuff that goes along with it. Not that it was a bad gig, but just that, you just want to make more money and you want to work less. That's what everybody wants to do. So
we got to the point where we couldn't do more without hiring people.
Right. So we decided to start making our own products, mainly China. I do have a few US products, but mainly China. And then we basically put them on Amazon and market them well, and make sure everything's good and try to rank them, and just let Amazon fulfill our stuff for us. So that's what we're doing now.
Well, let me ask you a question. For those who don't know, they just built a very pretty big house. So is that house from selling on eBay or private label?
Definitely private label.
But you know what? We couldn't have gotten here without eBay.
There you
100%.
go.
Exactly.
We couldn't have gotten here without starting on eBay.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were the first people I kind of remember getting stuff from like the outlet or the bins or whatever you want to call it, and then reselling it and making a living. And it wasn't even clothes; it was like hard goods and parting out stuff, and it was interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I mean, I still get comments on my old videos and stuff going, "You're full of crap. You can't sell that. I'm going to give you $7 for that junk you just bought."
I just remember
my most memorable one is like one of the first videos we did. We found this SpongeBob SquarePants alarm clock, and it was like the whole thing was made out of foam. It was squishy.
Probably seen it.
And I think we sold it for like $15. But
not
like
much, yeah.
Now we still get comments on that video to this day saying you couldn't sell that shit for more than $1. And I'm like, dude, the video was made like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know how big SpongeBob is anymore, but
please look at the dates of the videos you're commenting on.
Products do have a life cycle. So, we used to do a lot with Keurigs. Some of those old Keurigs you probably could sell what we were selling them for back then, but you know, it's just
Well, no, now they're probably like against the law to own because they like blow up or something.
yeah, who knows?
I just got a comment today on a video well over a year ago, and they were talking about what their price per item is, and I mean, it was probably 3 years ago, actually, and I didn't respond because I mean, it's almost like, well, you got to understand this was 3 years ago. A lot changed since then, and that's what there's our first tip for the night for everybody who's in the chat watching, and we thank you for being here. One of the biggest things, if you come to YouTube to look for help or you look to see how to do something, make sure you're looking at a relevant date, because if it's 3 or 4 years old and you see Ronnie talking about how great Old Navy is, you know, you know, it may have been 3 years ago. So you need to make sure it's relevant and it's up to date when you're looking to learn something. So,
But at the same time, don't assume you can't get good advice from old.
Sure.
Yeah.
Deb says Robert Graham. I don't know. I'd probably still buy a Robert Graham today if I come across it. I mean, are they that dead, Ronnie?
I haven't found one actually in a while.
Chad, are you selling clothes now?
No.
You said you would never sell clothes.
I didn't say that. I said,
Yeah. Back in the day, you said you would never get caught dead selling clothes.
well, I pick up all the time. I'll pick up stuff like if it's worth like military uniforms or like a Rain Spooner shirts, stuff like that. And, but yeah. Oh yeah. Lonnie's like, tell the truth, Chad. Yeah. I'm backed into a corner now. No, there's nothing wrong with selling clothes. I just hate doing the measurements, and I don't have enough room to do it because you got to spread this stuff out. And my crap. Yeah, I just sold a shirt for $250.
Nice. Congratulations.
Hey, you sold a vest too for like $1.80, $1.90.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, I will buy, like, if I find like an old school puffer vest, you know, just that old cool stuff. Yeah, but you're not gonna see me buying like Ralph Lauren polos or stuff like that.
Classic,
Yeah,
type t-shirts and stuff. Old bands like.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We did that too. We sold some of those. You know.
I'll buy boots, Doc Martin boots all day.
Yeah, I still have it. I have a Beavis and Butthead shirt I bought a while back.
But at the time,
Long
I think
time
we could have sold for like $40, but
Something
he
like
fell
that.
in love with it. So.
I had to have. I don't even wear it anymore. But I can't bring myself to list anything on eBay anymore. I just can't do it. Like it's like one of those things where it's just so normal like when you're doing it. But
you're
then
afraid you're gonna get sucked back in, man.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to listen. I don't want to do that again.
Katya asked if Gillmoney remodel or move. Yeah, they remodeled their old house, and this is what they got.
Totally added a living. We added a kitchen right in our living room. Yeah.
We moved the kitchen from way on the other side over behind us now.
No, we built a house, and we just moved in October.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kim,
we had it built.
Kim's in the chat saying hi to you guys.
What's going on?
Like your Kim?
Yep, she's still beautiful as ever.
Oh yeah, okay.
Ronnie, what have you been up to?
Preparing for snow. Got salt. Got a shovel. Staying inside. That's it.
Dude, it's March.
Dude, I told you, man. It's. I remember I almost said snowed. Like that's even a word. It is snow. We have gotten snow. I think that's the proper way of saying it. As late in the year as April 23rd. And the only reason I know that is because I came back into Boston on an airplane. I was in shorts and a tank top, and I was like, "Yo, is it really snowing? What's going on here?" The people were clowning me in the airport.
Oh, awesome comment. And I've gotta throw it out there. Katya said, so Gill Daddy had to sell his sunglasses to build a house.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about the fact that he's not wearing sunglasses.
No,
Yeah.
I towards the end, there's a few videos I made. I took the sunglasses off.
Yeah. Guys, I do got to tell you though, since you guys have been, I don't want to say gone, but you know, not really interactive, there are a ton of new people that they're not necessarily new resellers, but they're new to the community and making videos, and plus they may not make videos. Great people like Lonnie Garage Flips, Steven Steph Resale Killers. I mean, there's a ton of them. Did you guys know Tanya, Dirty Treasures?
I don't think so.
There's a ton of them, man.
Well, hell, look at what Reseller Society has done. Hell, we got
Yeah.
mentioned on one of the big social media platforms, and it's blown up.
Oh,
Is that a
you know
lately?
more than I do. What happened?
Well, Reseller Society got mentioned on one of the big social media platforms, and it said if you want to learn how, pretty much if you want to learn how to sell online, this is where you want to be.
Did you tell them to send their money to Chad Pagel?
Right?
Yeah.
And no, it got
I
mentioned.
want
on
to
the
build a
social
damn
media
house.
platform.
Come on.
Yeah, Reseller Society got mentioned on a social media platform, and I mean, look how much it's grown in the past month. I think it was probably a month and a half ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're at almost 38,000 members in
Yeah.
there. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was a day last week or a few days ago. I mean, I must have seen like it was. I woke up and I was doing my business in the morning. I was just sitting there, and I'm like, oh, let me just go through and start approving some people. There was like 100 people waiting to get in. I was like, what is this? What's going on?
See, if you guys would pay attention in the admin chat, you would know this stuff. Just saying, I pay attention to the admin chat more than you do, I think.
Probably. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those of you guys who don't know, Dave and Sarah were co-founders of the Reseller Society. And
I actually named it.
are you the one that named it?
I think we owned the website for
I named it.
in the beginning.
I named it, and everybody voted that it was cool, so we kept it.
Well, at least you weren't. No, I'm not even going to say it.
No,
We'll let bygones be bygones. But yeah.
That's cool though. Yeah, it's grown a lot. Yeah.
But isn't it crazy? Did you guys ever expect the Reseller Society to be what it is today? I mean, it's probably one of the largest active communities. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
It's done amazingly.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I mean, you know, because with a community like that, I mean, people can get a lot of advice and a lot of help. You know what I mean?
Well, I think it's awesome that if you provide a place free of charge that people can come share, learn, and whatever you do, it's going to be a success. Anytime you bring resellers together, it's going to be a success.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, guys. Adam's saying, come on, Chad. Kim needs a kitchen like that.
I actually did make a video when we actually moved into our house, and I just never posted it because I just had all kinds of stuff I wanted to do, and then I just kept putting down the back burner. So I actually have a whole video that I just never put up on YouTube. And I was thinking maybe I'll just make a video and just be like, okay, I didn't post this before, but I'll go ahead and post it now, you know. So
Yeah.
You're on your own for a minute.
Yeah, Selena does look a little messed up. I had it off the wall showing somebody. Sorry. Us collectors, we get together and we like show each other our stuff. But Dave, have there been any like big events happen? I mean, hell, we're on our second grandchild now. So we've had one grandchild. We've got one that was born a month ago, not even a month ago. So there's been big things happen with us. There's got to be big things happen.
Well, congratulations. That's awesome. No, I haven't had any new births, luckily, because I'm not you know, not a grandparent, luckily right now.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be a birth. I mean, were you like named Fortune 500? You know, I mean, what are some milestones you've?
Well, besides, I mean, of course, you know, our house. You know, I bought a hot rod, so I got a little hot rod that I take out every now and then. I got a 71 Olds 442, you know, with the 455 in it. That was kind of like the wife got the house, I got the car, you know.
I know that car. I went to school with a girl who had one. Her name was Tracy. Yes, she had a. Yep. Does it have the tape at the bottom? 442.
Well, it's got the emblems and stuff on it. But the 442 is mainly because it's got the 455. It's got the dual exhaust, you know, all that stuff.
Nice.
But it's a sweet car. I haven't got a ticket in it yet because I usually get on it kind of on the back roads. So luckily I haven't got a ticket on it yet. Haven't wrecked it yet, even though it'll go sideways in second gear. I mean, but it's a toy. You know, I got that. And of course, you know, we built our house, so now we're just doing improvements to the house. So just, you know, made like a home gym out because we got a real huge garage. We put an RV bay on it and stuff. I still got to get my lift in there. I want to lift in there. So right now we're just really focusing on, you know, we got to get our back landscaping done, stuff like that. That, and then of course our business, you know, I mean, I just got my I have a patent now on one of my products. I got a patent in the mail, and it took about a year, but I got the nice, pretty United States of America patent thing going, you know, and which is great. And then I have another patent that should be done here pretty soon, hopefully. So I'm just waiting on that one to get approved.
Well, let me ask you about this, and I know I'm going to ask you some questions, and Ronnie probably will too. With you being private label and stuff, we don't expect anybody to give up their private labels because people keep that stuff very close to them. And you want to explain to people why because they may not know of why people with private labeling are different than people like eBay doing haul videos, what the difference is.
Well, I think the difference mainly is, I mean, I got no problem if I'm sitting in a bar having a beer and somebody says, "What do you sell?" I have no problem telling that person what I sell because they're not in the same game. They're not going to go out there and be like, "Oh my gosh, you know, you sell silicone spatulas? I'm going to go sell those too." You know, they don't know how to do it. They're not in the same game. But when you're making YouTube videos, then people watching you, they look at you and they go, "Oh, he's making a ton of money on these silicone spatulas. I'm going to do the exact same thing." And now you just created a whole force of people coming into like Amazon selling the same thing you are, because people are inherently they're lazy, you know. They're just like, "Oh, it works for you, I'll do the exact same thing." And that's what they do. They copy you, you know what I mean? So that's mainly why you don't go on YouTube, of course, and when you're trying to show them how to go out and make money, you don't want to go out and say, "Hey, this is what I'm selling. You could do the same exact thing." You know?
With your patent, I mean, you don't have to go into it, but is it you invented something or did you improve the use of something? What do they call that?
Well, I'll tell you the story behind it, okay? Because I don't normally go out and get a patent for products. And I don't normally like to invent a brand new product, because if it's a brand new product that I don't know if it'll ever sell, but if I really believe in it, then I might patent it or get a provisional patent in the beginning just to test it out. But for the most part, I want to see a product that's already selling. And maybe I could add something to it, or maybe I could make it a little better, you know, but I'm not going to really patent it because it's already patented. The patent I have is just the design patent. So it's not something it's not a utility patent. It's not like nobody else can make a device that does this. You know, it's almost like if I had a salt shaker and I'm like, I think that people really want this kind of salt shaker that's designed a certain way, then I would say, okay, I'll design patent that because I'm selling a ton of them and I really should have a design patent on it to protect me from people from knocking me off on this certain design. Or say like a wine glass, certain shape of a wine glass, then yeah, you can go out and get a design patent on it and be covered. But the reason why I did this was I actually had a product that I copied from somebody. Okay, I stole it from them is what I did basically. But that's how it works, right? If somebody invented the shoe, we'd only have one damn shoe if nobody came out and made better shoes. So I took their product. It was a Christmas product. And I said, hey, that sells really well. They're the only ones selling it. I looked it up. They had some patents on it. So took that product. I went out. I had it made. And I changed my design. So it wasn't their exact design so that, you know, I'd be covered. Well, I put it up for sale. This is a product I was making about $10 a piece on. And when I put it up for sale close to Christmas, it sold probably 200 to 300 a day, a quantity, okay, of this product. So I'm like, this is a great product. You know, I could bank probably 100K every Christmas season on this one product. And then all of a sudden I started getting threatening letters and emails, and the guy found my phone number, calls me up on the phone. It's just like, hey, you're stealing my product. And I'm like, I don't know how he got my number, but apparently he just did a bunch of Googling and researching. I don't know. So anyways, I told him, no, I'm not. My product is different than yours. It's a different design. And he said, no, it's exactly the same. And my attorneys would be sending you some letters. And I said, okay, well, have your attorney send me some letters then. And they did all the scare tactics. I got a book about that big with their attorneys saying all this stuff. I consulted an attorney. They said, no, you're not infringing on their patent, but patents are not one of those things to where it's either black or white. It's like, until you go to court and have a jury look at it, you don't know. There's no definitive rule. There's percentages of difference and all that kind of stuff. I was well within, I had a pretty good case, basically.
Yeah.
So they figured out how to go onto Amazon and report me for patent infringement, which of course shut my product down eventually. So I blew through probably 3/4 of the stock that I ordered, and the other quarter I still had. And I was like, well, I really want to sell this product. This is worth it. And I believe I have something. So I already knew my product was different enough to be able to sell it, but without, you know, they can just shut me down because they have a patent, basically. Amazon don't investigate it. They don't have attorneys going, no, you're right. It's just a design patent and your design is different. So I said, well, I'm just gonna have to get a patent, and it'll take some time, but it'll be worth it. So I went out and got a patent because mine is different than theirs. My design is different than theirs. So I got approved. So that means this year I'll be able to sell a product again. And then there's multiple parts to the product. So I also put in for another patent, which is a kind of a part of the product. And I have that one that's pending right now. But that's why I did it mainly. And you can do that with a lot of products when you sell them on Amazon. If you come out with like your own design, you can get a patent. And my patent cost me, each patent was about $1,500 with lawyers and attorneys and all that stuff. And then I had to pay an additional like $200 or $300 once the patent got approved to be able to like seal the deal. So just under $2,000 per patent. But that's the only reason why I did it. You know, it's because it was worth it. It's a product that I could sell a ton of, and you know, that person was wrong, and Amazon don't play games. If you have a patent, you can just pretty much go on Amazon and report everybody and just be like, hey, they're infringing my patent, they're infringing my patent. And if it looks kind of similar, Amazon will pull your listing.
So, Amazon does take complaints like that serious, because somebody went out and made, oh, I'm getting feedback.
I'll mute myself just in case it's me.
Somebody went out and made salty old guy golden finger picker shirts, and I'm like, they can't do that. And I called Amazon, is like, I'm the golden finger picker, and they're like, okay, and they shut them down, shut the stores down, and all kinds of shit. So yeah, they take complaints serious when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, it's abusive, really. I mean, it's really abusive. I mean, it's because people are abusing that. I mean, it's getting to the point where Amazon, you could like go in, if somebody has a patent, you can go in and you could take their patent number and complain against the person that owns the patent and say, hey, they're infringing on my patent. That's how dumb Amazon is.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're just, it's like a bot, I think. And they'll just pull their product down. Now, sure, they can go back and get it put back on, but I've seen sellers to where they have a patent or a trademark. They have a trademark on their brand, and other people, competition will go in and they will report their own trademark against them. And Amazon will pull this product that they're probably making $30,000, $40,000 a month on profit. They'll pull it down, and then they got to go prove to Amazon, which takes time, could take a week, could take 2 weeks, that, hey, this is my trademark. Well, and then what do they do? They go back in, they do it again. And because it's like bots taking these complaints or something, they just shut them down again. It's like, what can they do to these products to keep people from doing that? You know, because it's getting, when you're talking about a lot of money selling products, there's going to be some shady stuff going on and some shady competition, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely does see that way. With a lot of different things, between like issues with other sellers and all the time trying to get at each other. It's very cutthroat, it seems like.
Yeah, it's brutal in that, especially in that private label stuff, man.
Well, I've heard of drop shippers. You know, if you've ever talked to any people that do drop shipping, they have same issues. Like, people go in there and like buy their product and then like return it. So they'll like buy all that because they know they're a drop shipper. They try to take them out, you know, and they keep buying and returning and buying and returning, and they just destroy somebody's whole seller account, their store, everything. Just, it's brutal. Yeah.
So for anybody, I mean, you guys took this. I mean, I remember when you started the private labeling, you guys took that thing serious and you did your homework and you got training on it. And there was a big time that you were just, there wasn't a lot out there to learn from. So you actually had to kind of fork out some cash to actually learn it. And, I mean, now you're taking trips to China to get with manufacturers to work with your stuff. I mean, so, I mean, you guys really took it serious, and it sounds like you've done it right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you don't have to go to China, but I mean, it's just, I just want to expedite things because, you know, where we went, if you've seen the video, I mean, there was tons of wholesalers there, just tons. And it was just a way to get a lot of ideas to get, I mean, I could get samples made while I was there without having to ship back and forth, you know, actually talk to them. So, I mean, it's just a way to, I guess, get a whole bunch of products released at one time without having to do product by product. But yeah, we went out there and we ended up coming back and placing an order for about 30 something products. And we filled a 40-foot container with products, had them shipped in by sea to California, and then had them sent directly into Amazon from there. So I think somebody in the comments was asking about that. They said, yeah, but doing FBA, don't you still have to do a lot of shipping? And no, not really. I mean, I have to, I guess, organize the shipping, but I don't normally have stuff sent to me. Not that it never happens, but I normally have stuff labeled in China, have stuff packaged to my specifications, so many in each box, shipped out by sea most of the time, just because I'm to the point now where I just do sea shipments to save money on shipping. And then I have a freight forwarder that handles all the other stuff. So basically they handle all the documents, they handle everything, and then they just say, hey, it's in California right now. What do you want to do with this? And I send them palletized lists of the products, say I need this many cases, this many cases, this many cases on this pallet. And then they send me the weights, and then I send them the labels. And then trucking company comes, picks them up, takes them right to Amazon, drops them off, and then we're good to go. So normally, no, I'm not doing a lot of shipping. When I was doing like the arbitrage stuff, then yeah, you got to collect the stuff, you got to put it in boxes, you got to label it, you got to ship it out. But you can have all that stuff done for you.
Yeah, I remember you would, especially when dealing with a new manufacturer, you would have it sent to you first to make sure the quality is to your standard. I mean, have you had any like, are you ever kidding me? This is junk.
Oh yeah, all the time, all the time.
Really?
Oh yeah, I have new products made. I have a manufacturer that makes a ton of products for me, and there was probably 2 or 3 of them where I was getting complaints and returns, and that's my fault for not doing my due diligence, you know, not having like a couple cases sent to me first to test it myself. Because sometimes you learn from them. You make a mistake and you learn, man, I really should have had a bunch come to me, and I should have really just put this thing through the ringer to make sure it's good quality. But sometimes it's better just to act, and put something out there, and then learn what the feedback is, and then get a hold of that supplier and say, fix this, or I'm going somewhere else. So that's what we do a lot of times. It's like, hey, this is breaking, or this is the problem, that's the problem. And if you're dealing with a good supplier, they will usually credit me. I'll tell them, hey, 10% complaints, this listing is gonna get shut down. And they're like, 10%, okay, we're gonna credit you that much on your next order, and we're gonna fix it. And I say, okay, and they usually do.
Well, a credit's great, but I mean, how much does Amazon put up with that? I mean, when you say the item gets shut down, I mean, don't they shut you down if you keep having issues?
Well, I've had it to the point to where I've had a product that had like 17% returns. And then all of a sudden I get an email from Amazon saying they're shutting the listing down. And then I find out, oh crap, yeah, that was crap, And I've had products to where I spent $500-600 on a test order, and then I had that like 17% returns. They shut the product down, and I realized that the product, it was a part is what it was. I was selling a part to something, and the part wasn't fitting. So for most people, so it was just crap, and that whole inventory I basically just had to throw away. So, I mean, I lost out on $500-600. It wasn't a big deal. But, other stuff, I've had them send me emails before to where I only have like 7% returns, which to me is not that much. But I mean, it's like before it was 17, I get that. But 7% returns, it's not bad. And they basically say, you can relist this product, but it's almost like they're warning, like, hey, we're getting a lot of returns for this problem. So I think if it's the same problem over and over again, then Amazon will reach out, shut it down, and say, hey, you know what, you can relist this if you want, but just fix the problem. And I've done that before. Yeah. So I don't know what the algorithm is or what it is, but it could be 5% returns, it could be 20% returns, and Amazon could shut your listing down.
So, Sarah, what do you think about that?
her mom came over, so she's in the bedroom with the mom.
Right on. No, I saw the dog sitting in her spot, so
yeah, she wanted to be on camera, I guess.
If you guys have any questions, and no, they're not going to tell you what their private label items are, put question marks before, and we can get the questions to them. It's a higher percentage of whatever the average return is for the item or type of item. Splits said that. I had a few of my RA listings semi-shut down because of it. Oh, so it's a percentage. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about Amazon. Do you guys do anything else but Amazon? I mean, do you send it to Walmart, or have you looked into that?
No, I haven't really. Mainly because it's just, I mean, for the most part, like I don't have to ship, I don't have to do any of that stuff. If I sell on Walmart, I got to ship, right? I got to ship out of my house, or try to hire like a fulfillment service. They have third-party fulfillment services that can do that. And I know some people that are doing that. I know Elaine is doing that, but she does a lot of the shipping, from, her house and stuff. And it's like, I enjoy the freedom. I enjoy being able to take a trip and not have to worry about shutting down my shipping or hiring somebody to ship or any of that stuff. So for now, Amazon really, I mean, if they got a good thing going, I'm going to be looking into like Shopify and stuff like that. But before I do that, I want to make sure that I have some sort of fulfillment service set up that will do it for me. Because I'm spoiled now, I don't want to ship stuff anymore. I don't want to do that. I want to have to get up and go, oh, I got 50 packages to ship. I just don't want to do it. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah. Here's a good question. I'm going to ask this one first before the others that just came in. And like if somebody buys a baby gate on eBay, you've got the manufacturer. If something happens to a child or something, you've got the class action lawsuits that goes against the manufacturer. Well, you are considered the manufacturer on a lot of private labels. I mean, what is the risk of you getting just wiped out by a lawsuit?
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of private labelers, and I have yet to find that situation. For the most part, I think you got to be smart on what products you pick, because if you're selling a stroller or you're selling a bike stroller or something like that, it's high risk, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. It's high risk, but they do have liability insurance that you buy, and that insurance will cover you if you ever get sued and stuff. So you just pay money for that insurance. And then, of course, there's other proactive things you can do as far as, making sure that all your assets are in trusts, things like that. Having an S Corp. Like I have an S Corp and I have 2 LLC companies under that S Corp. And then I also have a company in United Kingdom. But they're all LLCs and S Corps. And then I'm setting up a trust right now, too, to protect me that way. But I haven't heard of anything other than patent issues. That's a big one. People threatening to take legal action because they have a patent or something like that. But yeah, you got to be smart. I mean, you don't want to sell stuff like, especially baby stuff like that.
Or I mean, just somebody could see you saying that damn spatula poked me in the eye and I'm blind now. And I want to go after the manufacturer. I mean, it doesn't take anything for somebody to literally end up broke because they're getting sued over something stupid. And why is Sarah crawling on the ground behind you?
Is that Sarah or is that my daughter? Oh, it's my daughter.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't think Sarah would be crawling, trying to hide.
Oh, God. Dude, you guys bring in the crazies, I'm telling you. Yeah, you guys have always brought the crazies in, man, and we got some now, so.
I just saw that comment. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. Trying to make sure. There we go. Okay. It's all good.
So, Ronny, have you been, I remember you were talking about getting in private label a long time ago. Did you never dipped your toe in or what?
We thought about like clothing, because we had a friend that owned a factory in the Dominican Republic and he was doing jeans and stuff like that. And we thought about doing some things, but he actually sold off that business. Now he's into like Bitcoin mining or something. I have no idea what my wife was telling me. And he has a bunch of other different businesses. Like he owns some what do you call them, hardware stores and so on, and like others, little like beach shops and stuff like that sell like beachwear and stuff like that in the vacation areas. But it never worked out. We just never could figure out like certain things to do about it. You think of an idea or you think of something, but then I think going forward and acting on it just becomes that hurdle.
Yeah. So you're still doing mostly clothes?
For the most part. I mean, I've gotten into a lot more like vintage advertising and stuff like that, like American Picker kind of like signs and stuff like that, oil cans and stuff. A lot of stuff that doesn't even go on eBay. It's a lot more like Facebook groups or even just to local people I know. You build up a network of people around you, and kind of I'm in the little bit of a middleman. I try to get it for one price. I'll flip it real quick, and then they'll maybe go on and sell it for more money. But they may hold it for a few months and have, there was a guy. So I bought a sign for like $4.25, sold to someone for $11. Then they went on and sold it to someone for $16, but it took them I think 3 months to sell it. So I'd rather not be in on that end. I'd rather be in on at my end, just get in and out quick, double, triple my money sometimes and just leave and walk away.
Oh, is that Ronny doing the quick flip? The kind of stuff that, huh? What?
I like quick flips, and I've always said that with things that are not clothing. Clothing takes a little bit more time, I think, and I'd rather be that person at the top than that person at the bottom on clothing, just because it takes time. I have the feedback, I have the, everything to go with it. I might as well try to get the best money I can for something.
Yeah.
But other things, when you're sticking a lot of money into something, you want to move things. Like I've bought signs for 1,000, sold them for 1,800, and somebody else may be trying to get 25 for it. I don't care. I want to make my little bit of money and then dip out. And some of them just are too big to even think about selling. They're 6 foot big. It's like, I don't want to ship that. You're gonna have to freight it. You're gonna have to make a box, literally a plywood, crate for it. It's time consuming.
Yep. Thrifty Flip Side wants to know, are you guys going to do videos again?
I don't know. I battle with it back and forth,
Don't you feel like you kind of owe it to them, because people have just, they're still asking. No,
I know. I've actually gotten some emails and stuff like that. I feel bad. I had one email where somebody was asking me to come on their channel, and I forget, I was doing something, and I saved the email.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I'll get back to them. And then it got deleted by mistake. And I asked Sarah, I was like, well, do you remember what the email was from or what show it was? And she's like, no. And I went, oh my gosh, I deleted it. I feel so bad. So.
Yeah, that was me. It was me.
It was not you. It was somebody else.
So yes, if you were a viewer and you were the person that sent us that email, please email us again.
Oh, yeah. Now you're going to get flooded.
I was totally okay with going on their YouTube show and stuff. I was busy at the time, and I saved it and marked it as unread.
And then he deleted it.
And I swiped it. I swiped and I don't know, I deleted, and I was like, oh, crap. But, yeah, no, I thought about it. I want to talk more about private label and stuff, just because, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot that people need help with and a lot of stuff. And, a lot of it's out there, and there's a lot of people already, it's not a secret. It's not a secret to do private label. It's about taking risk and about taking action, and then really, I guess, being obsessed with it, just like anything. You get obsessed with anything, you can make it work. That's pretty much it.
Look at you, Chad.
What about me?
Your obsession with eBay. So how much are you making a month now?
I love eBay.
100,000.
Believe it or not, guys. No, believe it or not, Kim and I have not changed anything about what we've done since you guys were around. We really haven't. We've just been so comfortable. There's a certain level, because you guys know us. It's like, this is more important to us, the family, the going to the beach, the doing what we want to do. So yeah, I know it's hard for a lot of people to believe, but yeah, don't base our success on what we, make a month, because in our minds, we're successful because that's what we want to do. So yeah, we're the same. We're between 5 and 7, 8, sometimes 9, sometimes it just really fluctuates with us. And I don't know. It's just all about our lifestyle with us. It's not about how much can we make a month or a year, or see, we're a lot older than you guys. But isn't that how we were when you guys were?
Not that much older.
Okay, you're a lot richer than we are.
So when was the last time you guys had a increase your sales challenge, like the last time we did it with you?
Dude, you guys put me in the hospital. You and Ronnie put me in the hospital. Do you not remember that? I'm like, screw this stuff. Yeah.
I got off to a terrible start that month too. I was suspended for like 3 days. It was like, seriously, we're gonna start a challenge and I get suspended for 3 days.
I feel you, because we didn't. I don't remember what it was, but we didn't work for a whole week of that challenge.
Well, because I think we were like ahead of everybody, and I was like the freaking rabbit, the rabbit in the tortoise. I was like, oh, we're doing really good. And we just like didn't work for like, I'd say almost a week of that. And then Ronnie comes back and just kicks our ass.
Wasn't it Ronnie Square and me against you guys? All three of us against you guys? Yeah, because you were already doing that privately. Oh, yeah.
It was just eBay. I think it was.
Yes, it was.
No,
I think it was just me by myself and then them by themselves, but you, Square, Rudy.
Right, combined.
Yeah, and we kind of like invited ourselves to the challenge too.
Because
we weren't technically invited.
Yeah, I think you guys said, you all suck. We'll beat you all together. And then we're like, okay.
Right, because you said it wasn't fair. So you got to combine your sales with other people. So technically you won.
I think I did really well that month too. But yeah, it's like for the headache and because that wasn't what we were about. So, but I just needed to prove a point, you know, and we always say today, if I need to do 10 grand, 15 grand in a month, then I've got the skill to do it. I just, fuck that, you know, I screw that hamster wheel shit.
Right. I don't remember what I did that month, but I know because we listed so much that month, the next month was our best month.
Yeah.
I think we did like 13.8 or something. I was like, yay. But I was ready to die.
I think I did 10,000 that. Yeah. So we all did well. I mean, it just shows when you push yourself that, I mean, anything's possible. But
how's your grandson doing? How's he doing with the casts?
We just went today. He got his second casting put on, and he's showing improvement with this first one, the results of his first one. So I don't see how his feet. I thought the picture that I posted, I thought he was laying on his stomach, and it showed his heels and his feet. And Kim goes, "No, that's facing forward." So I'm like, "Ow! How does that not hurt?" And I was just like, what? But I guess they crank it when they do it, and it stretches the tendons and stuff. But he's doing good. And we're on our second week, and they change it every week. And they crank it a little bit more. And so, but yeah, he's doing well. And we're hopeful.
That's good. That's good. He's adorable.
Oh, yeah. He's Mr. Perfect. And actually, yeah. Yep. And Miss Addie, we can't talk about him without talking about her, because you know she's got that. She was the center of attention for 2 years. So yeah, we got to make sure that we give her the love too, just, you know, but of course we do. No grandkids for you guys yet?
No, our son is 15 now.
Oh, that should be any month now.
Right,
yeah.
right. I can't wait for him so I can feed him Red Bull and candy and cake and then send him home.
Beer. It's the things.
Probably not beer. Probably not beer.
If they didn't hear you kind of thinking it, you're like thinking, I would be okay with that. I just want a grandkid so bad. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yes. Chad almost said grand shits. Yeah, I know. That's kind of what they are sometimes. Addie's got her days, I'm telling you.
Well, she's at that point now where she got you running.
Terrible twos? Yeah.
I'm on the phone with you sometimes, and she's like ready to run you around. You're like, hey. Yeah. I'm like, I got to go.
Yeah. Now what she does, this is funny. I'll catch her doing something wrong, and she'll like jump and start waving to me. Hi. She's got that nervous wave. Anytime she gets in trouble, she'll, hi. Oh, yeah.
That's one.
We got more questions.
I remember when your kids had the terrible twos, but now it's like the terrible 3s and 4s and 5s too. It doesn't go away. I think with my kids, both of them, the 3s were worse than the 2s.
Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe that's a good thing. Silver Hair Stacker wants to know, how did you get over the fear of going big time? And I think he's talking about the major risk that you guys, I mean, you're putting out private labeling, you're forking out some money up front, right?
Yeah.
Well, our first big investment that we had to make with private label was the training that we were going to get, and it was $600. And at the time, that was like everything we had set aside.
Yeah.
It was scary, and we almost turned it down. And I look back now, and I'm ever so thankful that we didn't turn it down. But
well, no, because before that, my first private label product was Garcinia Cambogia, and this is when I first started looking into it. I'm like, I could do this and watch some videos. This is how you do it. You find something that sells really well, and you sell it too.
We didn't do very well.
I realize it's not the strategy now, but
we made our money back.
No,
we profited, but we didn't do very well at all.
It cost me about $1,000, and at that time we were profiting around $6,000-$7,000 a month, you know, on eBay. And so our bills were only like maybe $3,000. So every month I'm not a big spender, so I had money left over every month, and it wasn't a big deal. It was like, hey, it's $1,000. Let me try it out. So I got a hold of a U.S. manufacturer that did supplements, and I had no clue that these were not a product you wanted to get into.
We just Googled how to pick a private label product.
And how to do stuff.
That's not the way to go.
I watched some videos on it, found some bestsellers, and so I ordered it and I put it up for sale, and I started selling like one every 3 days, you know? And I was like, okay, something's not working. You know, and of course my pictures weren't very good because I was used to doing eBay pictures. I was like, those are pretty damn good pictures.
And didn't realize Amazon, they weren't.
Didn't realize I was like way down here compared to some of the other guys. And then eventually we found that training, and it wasn't that I could afford $600, but I didn't want to lose $600 on it, because before then, that's the biggest amount of money I've ever spent on training. I mean, besides like some college, you know. But I ended up doing it, and then just the stuff I learned, of course, I applied that to my current product, the Garcinia, and then I was selling 3 to 5 a day. And I'm like, hey, that's not bad. So I ordered another batch, another
3 to 5 units a day?
Yeah.
3 to 5 units a day. I was making about $5 a piece on them. So I'm like, you know, hey, you know, I can make $25 a day profit right around there, and every month. That's not bad. And I ordered another batch, started selling more, and it never went past that. It actually got worse because I figured out that kind of product is super competitive.
Right before we moved into this house, we were cleaning out our garage, and I found like 3 boxes of leftover Garcinia that was like 2 years expired, and we ended up throwing it away. But there was like probably like 100 bottles of it.
Yeah, it got bad. That product there, I didn't work on it much anymore, and it was just so competitive and cutthroat. It was just not a good product. But then after that, during that training, of course, we picked new products. And then we started doing that. But as far as risk goes, I mean, it's what you can afford, you know? I mean, if you can go out and you can save up and be in the positive $1,000 a month, then is it really that big of a risk to go out and spend $1,000 or $2,000 on a product if you just have it sitting in the bank? To me, it's not. For some people, it's so hard to get past that. Like, oh, it's a lot of money. Oh my gosh, I could spend $5 at a yard sale on something and not sell. But man, what happens? What happens if I lose $2,000? To me, it's not a big deal. I see people get a tax return and
go buy TVs and phones and
they blow it because they're I don't know the correct term for it, but anyways,
they don't have shit to show for it.
Right. They're not used to having that kind of money. And it's just like, it's like if you're starving and somebody throws you a cracker, you're like, oh, you know, it's just, they just blow it and they don't got shit to show for it. Yeah. So to me, that's blowing money. Buying a TV, that's blowing money. But I mean, if you put it towards an investment that might take off, it's not a risk. It grows. Like last week, I just put an order in for over $30,000 for a few products. And it's like, some people be like, whoa, but I'm just so used to doing it now. And
don't get us wrong. The first time we sent a wire to China was scary as shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, are we going to get screwed on this?
You guys staying up all night. You were stressing and you're on the phone and you're like, what the hell?
Well, you're sending $2,300 at a wire transfer. It's like, whoa,
but yeah,
this is weird.
A few months ago, we sent a wire for $28,000 to China.
Isn't that what scammers have you do? Is send a wire transfer?
Yeah, it is. That's what they do.
But these are established products.
Yeah.
Established people I've worked with. So it's not the first order sending them $28,000.
Yeah.
But
28,000 fly into Japan. I mean, fly into China and seeing some people.
Right. Send me Bitcoin. Right.
Yeah.
How many private label products do you run at one time?
I don't know. I need to count, but
I think we probably
like
have about 30 now.
it's between 30 and 40. I don't know. Because I have multiple
And hell,
accounts.
if you look back to probably the last video we made with you guys, it probably is about the same number because we've had new ones come in and old ones go out.
It's more than that actually, because that's about how much we had. But with these brand new products I just ordered, they're slowly, like, I got to launch each one. It's a lot of work. Like, I really put a lot of work on my plate when I ordered 30 something new products. So it's a hell of a lot more than that, but only a portion of them are launched currently. The other ones I'm still working on launching. So I mean, by the time all these products are launched, we'll probably have around over 50 to 60, somewhere around there.
Well, what is the typical longevity of a private label, and do you have to stay on? Are you constantly having to feed the beast?
So you know what our first product was because we sent it to you.
Yep.
But not the Garcinia, but the one after that. We're still selling that.
Still selling.
No kidding.
Still selling that.
Wow.
Yeah. But let me tell you, that product right there, when we started selling it, after about, I don't know, what was it, about a month and a half, 2 months, we were profiting around $8,000 to $10,000 a month on this one product. But now that product probably makes me about $3,000.
I was going to say probably 3 to 4.
Maybe 3 to 4, maybe.
Because the market has gotten flooded. And
Right.
that's
But you
why
haven't done anything different either. You're just riding it.
Yeah, we're still selling it. We're still one of the best brands on there. You know, real reputable brand for that product. But there's a lot of other people running ads.
But it is the life of a product. That's why you keep getting new products.
They all have life cycles, yeah. So I mean, you can't. And some people make this mistake. I have a friend that did it, and he basically came out with a product, and he's like, "Man, I'm making like $7,000 a month. This is sweet." Didn't launch any more products. Just stuck with that one. More competition comes in. It gets harder. Ads get more expensive. Just everything.
Now
right?
he's making like $1,500 a month, and
right. And he only has the one product, and it's like you can't do that. You do have to keep up on it. You know, you got to constantly be keeping up on.
That's kind of like going on eBay saying, I'm only going to sell food processor parts. I'm not going to sell anything else.
I've got a very good question. And a lot has happened since you guys have been gone. Hell, I'm just going to say it. Like, the reseller community has like literally been infiltrated by like the marketing mindset type people. Okay. If somebody wants to learn like private labeling, because now all you have to do is Google or watch a YouTube video. Everybody's selling a course on how to sell on eBay. Everybody's selling a course on how to private label. What I know how to find out if something's good on eBay, but I wouldn't be able to tell anybody if a private label course is any good. But what do people look for if they're looking to get into something like this? And because there's snake oil salesmen everywhere.
To be honest with you, I don't know anymore, because I mean, we used to have somebody that we took our training from, and then it just kind of fell apart. So
yes, if you've ever watched any of our past videos where we said who to take training from, fuck that guy. Stay away from that shit.
Right. It was good in the beginning, and then it got worse and worse. And then, but I mean, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for the guy that trained us. But it just became, he turned into
a shyster, and he's just not a good guy anymore.
It just turned into more and more training and more money, and it just like it always does, right?
Yeah.
And the guy had a really good knowledge and really good stuff, and it was really great, and I'm thankful for that.
We wouldn't be where we are now.
And there was a lot of people that are in the same boat that he really helped and trained, and people are making great livings.
Well, you were his guinea pigs.
Right. But there's also a lot of people screwed.
Well, and we had a lot of one-on-one time and stuff like that with him, but it got different from there. But like I said, there are a lot of people that and still making a lot of money from his training. But as far as current training, it's hard to say because there is a lot of people out there. I would say,
I would still go Amazing Seller for basic free information.
Amazing Seller, their programs are super expensive. I mean, you're talking $5,000.
I'm just talking about not ASM, the Amazing Seller.
Oh, Amazing Seller. There you go. That's who I'd recommend.
Free basic content.
If you go on to podcasts, you search for Amazing Seller. He has a podcast. It's absolutely free. He has coaching too, that you can choose to pay for, or you can just listen to all the podcasts and listen to the mistakes that people have made, listen to people coming in. But also keep in mind that his podcast is kind of large now, so he does have a lot of sponsors. So you're going to hear a lot of promoting of other people's products and tools and all that kind of stuff. But
so there's just not a lot of people out there that are just helping because, damn it, it's just fun to do.
And it's not even that.
Honestly, I would just join all the Facebook groups that you can find anymore because there's just so many people out there that are just out there to make a buck.
No, and it's not even that. What it comes down to is this: if it's a very big training where you're not getting one-on-one,
like ASM,
then you're going to get some good information, but there's not going to be a lot of help for you.
But it's going to cost you $5,000.
It's going to cost you a lot of money. There are some people, if you follow him on YouTube, I forget, there's one guy. I thought his videos were pretty informative, and he did have a coaching program where he had a very small group of coaching people. If you can find somebody that's successful and they know what they're doing and they do have a coaching program that isn't huge, like you're actually talking to them, that would be the one to go for. Yeah. Because all the information is basically the same. Everybody's got their own spin and their own ways of doing things. But if you can get past those first hurdles where it's learning how to write copy for your listing, how to get your, photographer, or not a photographer, but like a designer, photo editor to get some beautiful pictures, how to
contact the manufacturer.
Right.
The manufacturer, the ranking, the logistics, the shipping. If you can learn all that stuff,
you
can gather the other information on your own. And whenever you pay for coaching or pay for something like that, it's a lot more organized than just trying to find YouTube videos talking about how to find a supplier. And then you're like, oh, okay, now how do I talk to them? Now how do I ship it by sea? Now how do I get a freight forward? Because then you're going to spend so much time going to YouTube video after YouTube video. Yeah. If you're very poor and you can't afford it, then that's what you got to do.
You can totally figure it out on your own.
That's what you got to do.
It takes a lot longer.
That's what you got to do. It's not organized. You don't have somebody to go to for help. But that's probably my suggestion.
Yeah, and by no means, guys, is it easy, because I remember the long face on Dave, the stress. You could see it in his eyes, and it's growing. But I'm not sitting there saying that they're saying it's easy. A lot of people are looking at him. It's like, oh my gosh, they're doing great. They put the time in and risk their time and risk their money, and so it didn't just happen overnight, did it, guys?
No,
not at all.
Absolutely not.
We started in 2014 with private label.
2014,
yeah. 2014.
Man, was it that long ago?
Yeah. It's been almost 4 years, but
we're like all kind of veteran YouTubers now,
huh? Right.
Yeah, right.
They haven't made a video in over 2 years, and they still have more subscribers than me and Ronnie put together, probably. So
no, I made a video last year. Come on, I made 2 videos last year.
And the weird thing is we don't put up new videos, but we keep getting new subscribers.
It's called residual.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
We just get people that complain about our old videos not meeting today's standards.
They're like, foam and drip trays, damn it.
Yeah.
Do those still sell?
I don't even know.
I have no clue. You need to make a video saying everything we said in this video on this date, don't listen to it. Everything we said on this video.
In this year, just don't listen.
Right. Well, especially when you're quoting prices and stuff. It's like,
well,
people like to know what stuff is going to sell for. And now they're looking at the prices, and some of the stuff might sell for more, but they don't focus on that, right? They focus on the stuff that didn't sell for what you said it would. I just looked it up and you're $10 off. And it's like, well, it was like 3 years ago, dude. I mean, things change.
Only $10 off 3 years ago. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, things change, and I don't know. People miss the point of the video. They thought the point of the video was for me to go out there and say, look how much I sold this for.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. The point of the videos was to show that you can go out just like me, find stuff, look it up on your phone, and go on eBay and sell it. That's the point of the video.
Don't open that yet. I dropped it.
Don't
open that. I dropped it.
People always say, oh, it didn't sell for what you said. I looked it up. Or maybe, and a lot of times they didn't even look it up. They just said, that's junk. It would never sell for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we still get that today. I mean, there's people that'll say, there ain't no way something like that would sell. And I love proving people wrong. Don't I, Ronnie? But, yeah. I got to ask you guys, I would have thought if you ever were on camera again, even with the new house, you would have the Seinfeld picture behind you somewhere. Where is it?
It's upstairs.
I
absolutely fucking refused to
In
have
your
it.
bedroom?
No, it's upstairs in the living room.
My bedroom. I don't want Kramer watching.
Our bedroom is right there. That's our bedroom. All the other ones are upstairs.
Yeah, no, we have another living room upstairs.
But we do have the George Costanza up there now too.
I did get the George Costanza, the Art of Seduction, where he's laying out in his underwear. So I actually have that up there. I got my slot machine up there, and it's like the game room kind of thing.
Pachinko machines.
Got my VR equipment, the virtual reality is all up there. I had another TV and all that. But that's where they are now. So
yeah. Let's see here. Brian the Oakbrook Picker is saying, are the Chinese wholesalers selling more and more directly on Amazon themselves?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. But the good thing about that is they don't know the launching processes. They don't know proper English the majority of the time. So their listings are horrible. And they do things black hat that gets them kicked off of Amazon.
Gets them kicked off.
So yeah, for a little bit, it does hurt your sales sometimes, but the majority of the time they just get kicked off.
And it's growing, right? I mean, if you have this manufacturer and somebody could go to that manufacturer and say, hey, the stuff you sell, like partner with me, and you just give us the product and we'll split the profits, and I'll handle everything on Amazon and we'll get it all shipped out, and then they'll be able to cut their costs some. But it's not going to take over. A lot of people are scared of it, but I mean, it's been happening on eBay forever, and you're still able to sell on eBay,
Yeah.
Mr. Sad, I will forever.
You've got to go get Kramer. You've got to go. People are asking, the one in the suit, you've just got to go get it.
I'll go grab Kramer.
Is it able to?
But Mr. Saddy, you asked if we ever have the urge to go thrifting anymore. Gil Daddy, no. He never goes thrifting.
Hell no.
But I will forever be a cheap ass at heart. I am still just as happy going to the thrift store and finding a pair of freaking Juicy Couture jeans for $7 rather than go and spend $180 at the store. I buy the majority of this lovely Victoria's Secret t-shirt that I'm wearing. I probably paid like $2 for at the thrift store. I'm a cheap ass. I will always be a cheap ass, and I will always shop at thrift stores. We don't go sourcing at thrift stores anymore, but I will never have a life without thrift stores.
I mean, come on. If you go to a thrift store and you're like, man, it's $2. I could sell this thing for $50.
No. If I could buy something for $2 and sell it for like $100, then maybe. But no, I have gone to thrift stores before and found something, and I was like, I can't fucking turn this down, and I gave it to my neighbor to sell because we're just not. We don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it.
There you go.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's too shiny. Turn the overhead lights off and turn the back lights on.
All right.
That is cool.
Oh geez.
Wow, I gotta say, I mean, I don't know. That would be tough for me to, even if I stopped thrifting, it would be, I mean, it's almost like, I mean, for you guys, it'd be like picking a $50 or $48 bill up off the ground, and you'll pass it up.
No, and I honestly, I do my best when I go to thrift stores now to only look at women's clothes that I know don't sell on eBay, because women's clothes just don't sell very well on eBay. And I just stay away from the other stuff because I don't want to bring a bunch of crap home and then him be like, well, now you get to list
money.
You get to list
we
it.
all look at it as money.
But that's the thing. If I bring it home, he's going to be like, fine, you list it, you clean it, you package it, you ship it. I don't want to do that anymore.
Oh.
No, I
They
do
forgot where they came from.
Right. I miss shopping for a living. I have shopping withdrawals all the time. I miss shopping for a living. It was my favorite thing in the world. But now I just get to shop because I like shopping.
Oh, this is good. Ben Flipping Hard Goods says, hello. I'll stop in and say, good to see you, Dave and Sarah. And Chad, expand your mind, old man, and listen to them. Okay. It's expanded, and I still, it would be hard. It would be hard for me to do it. It would be hard for me to pass something like that up. But hey, all the power to you.
It's just one of those, I don't know. The way I see it is like,
oh, when we first started private labeling, we did it all the time still. But then we just started building stuff up that we never listed.
I actually have a friend that still does eBay, and I had some like $100 items, some $200 items, and I kept saying I can't get rid of them because, you know, they sell on eBay. I just don't want to do it. I don't want to write the listing. I don't want to have to ship it. I don't want to have to. Not only that, I mean, I got rid of everything, right? I mean, I don't have a peanut hopper anymore. You know, I don't have bubble wrap. I don't have boxes for the most part.
We do have lots of bags of packed air from Amazon packages.
Yeah, and I actually most of the time give that to my friend that does eBay. I just give him bags of packed air. But a lot of times I just give it to him and I say, just give me 50% of the profit and you just have it, you know, just because I'm helping him out and I just don't want to do it. If it's a really high dollar item and it's not that hard to ship, of course I could pass it up. But if I'm talking like I see something that I'm like, it's $5 and I can sell it for 50, I'm not going to do it just because I'm not going to do it. Because then there's other things I can do with my time that day. And Amazon, of course, it's feeding me, right? Look at my phone. I'm like, oh, I made money. And it's
Chad, do you sell on Amazon at all anymore yet?
Anymore? I did that one time. I sent that one shipment in and I'm like, screw this. Yeah, we're still eBay, love it. But I gotta say, because I mean, we all have haters, right? You guys had your haters. You know what you need to do. I remember people saying, that shit will never sell. You guys will never end up. What you need to do, you need to make a video, say to all you haters, and just stand there with the, you know, with the stack, just F you. Really? Because I mean, you guys are a success story. You guys work your ass off.
To show you right now.
Does he have one of the guns?
No, but you'll get a kick out of it. You'll like it. He's going in our office because we have an actual office now that's actually like office-y and has a desk and shit. It's weird. It's really weird to have an office that actually has a desk that you use for desk things.
I feel better seeing the pictures behind you.
Hold on. Check this out.
Just be like, all you haters out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually not real. I'm not that freaking conceited.
It's not?
No, look at it.
If you look really, really close, it says for motion picture use only.
And in the picture of the president's not exactly the same.
We did pay for this fake money.
That looks cool.
Yeah, I actually bought it on Amazon, just so you guys know. You can buy this on Amazon. It comes with a band. And it's $10,000 in movie money.
And it's like $30?
It's like $20 or something.
20.
But
I'm gonna have to get that.
Yeah, I like to just.
Oh, it's been so fun.
It's been hilarious. I bought it because I was like, I gotta have it. And I put it on my desk mainly for motivation, right? I put it on there, I took the band off because when I'm sitting there working on my computer, I play.
The band didn't get taken off until it got ruined because too many people grabbed the money and were like, "Hey, you shouldn't have this here."
Yeah. It looks really real, and then once you have it, you'll be watching a movie, and when they pull out hundreds, you'll pause the movie and you'll go, "Oh my gosh, it's the same stuff. It's the same.
It's the same money
It
they
says
use
for
in
motion
movies.
picture use only on it, and then there's other things on it that says not for tender, but it's all in the right print."
Right.
So people don't even, nobody knows until I tell them it's not real.
Yeah, Ty Lopez. Yes. Dude, did you guys know that Ty Lopez was the biggest fraud, but he ended up making money from it, and now he's rich as shit.
That doesn't surprise me.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, we had our housewarming party, and we probably had 7 or 8 different people walk up to us and be like, "You have money sitting in your office."
Dude, I would use it to try to catch somebody stealing from.
I know you're trusting people, but you shouldn't have that there. And it was
we had a friend come over
hilarious.
and stay, and she came
But
up
you know
to me
what?
and she goes, "You know what? That's really stupid to have that much money sitting on your desk."
We purposely set money up a few different times when people were over to see if they would take it, and nobody ever did.
Oh, good.
We leave like one bill laying somewhere and just leave it there.
Get the right people coming over, I guess, because no people warned me, "Hey, you really shouldn't have that money with this many people in your house."
Yeah. Wow.
Try making YouTube videos where you pay people with that money and see if they realize. Like, you want to buy your car.
You can totally tell it's not real as soon as you touch it.
Well, because
it just feels like paper.
It feels like regular paper, but sitting down, nobody notices. They think it's real.
I just got a notification for anybody living in Texas, because this is the only place it's been happening is in Texas. There's like a serial bomber that puts packages on people's doorsteps and it blows up and it's killed people. They had one at, I believe, FedEx. Now there was one just found in a package at the Austin Goodwill. So guys, if you're in Texas, anywhere in Texas or anywhere in the country, if you see a box sitting there, don't just go up and open it. And if you're not expecting a package and it's on your front doorstep, be cautious. Be cautious, because that's what's happening. They're putting them on people's doorsteps and it's blowing them up. So, and they haven't caught the guy yet. So, and that's the latest. Austin Goodwill in Austin, Texas.
That's horrible.
It's horrible. What would we do with that dude if we caught him, or gal?
Wasn't that like what the who was that guy that lived in like Montana or something?
The shoe bomber?
Yeah, wasn't there some, I mean, Unabomber or whatever?
Yeah, the Unabomber.
Yeah. I mean, it's not the same thing really, technically. He was putting things through the mail, but still, I mean, it's crazy that people do that. I mean, this one, I guess, is not going through the mail, right? This is just somebody dropping stuff off.
Putting them up, yeah, because they've always said that it doesn't go through the any delivery system. But Mother's Mustache said the worker went to open the donation box at Goodwill and I guess saw it. I don't know if it exploded. It didn't say it exploded. They just said they found an explosive device in a package at Goodwill. So
terrible.
What a coward. Just be cautious, guys. I mean, if you're not expecting a package and one's on your doorstep, I don't care where you live, be skeptical of it. Sorry.
If they said that they found an explosive device, likely it didn't blow up. So that is amazing. That is great news.
Yeah. But all the others have blown up so far. I mean,
really?
On people's doorsteps. A teenager was killed. So it's been bad. It's been bad. Like 10 of these bombs so far. Saw a report similar happen as well in another state. It's scary. And yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't watch the news, so I never know about this stuff. But.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to not to have to watch the news, but.
So what do you think about Trump?
Yeah, right. Don't even go there.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it on Ronnie's channel.
Trump is our president. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we're not going to do that to Ronnie. We
There
don't
was a
play
diff.
politics.
Oh my God,
Oh my God, the cat brought a mouse in. Oh.
we have a mouse.
At
Ah,
least it's a mouse and not a rat.
We never get mice. Like mice don't get in our house, but our cats like to bring them inside to play with.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big fucking mouse.
They got a mouse. Yeah.
for those of you guys don't know Dave and Sarah, this is Dave and Sarah. So they don't have a filter like I a lot of times don't have a filter. I think it's me and these two guys, and that's about it, pretty much. Ronnie has a good filter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ronnie doesn't say naughty words often. And I'm
Yeah.
sorry that
Ronnie
I
tries
said
not
that
to.
word.
You
No,
guys
it's
will be
okay.
proud. I
It's
still do.
normal. It's normalcy to act. You know, I try to, but it does get out a lot. Not sometimes when we open right off the show and it's the first word out of Chad's mouth.
Majority.
Oh, good question. Chad, how do you feel about drop shipping? I've said this, I don't know how many times, never done it. And if you work on eBay, if you sell things on eBay and you're entrusting your business in somebody else's hands that probably doesn't give a crap about you, because if there's a next guy that orders a little bit more than you, they'll give him priority over you, you're going to lose your eBay business. If you don't have an issue with putting your entire business in somebody else's hands, then do all the drop shipping you can. It used to work on eBay, but they don't care whether or not your customer gets it in a certain amount of time. We've got 24 hours to ship our items. A drop shipper is not going to prioritize you unless you're spending a lot of money with them. They're not going to prioritize you. So your customers are going to get late items. Your shipments are going to get shipped late, and you never know what they're going to get.
Well,
Okay. We can actually kind of talk about this a little bit, because pretty much every product that we private label on Amazon is drop shipped on eBay.
Yep.
So what
On eBay?
On eBay.
on
yeah.
eBay. So what
You sell your
happens-
stuff on eBay. I asked you guys earlier, do you do
No,
anything
no,
else
we
with
don't.
Amazon?
We don't. Other people
Other
do.
people drop ship from
Other people
Amazon
do.
to eBay. Our own
Oh, gotcha.
Pretty much every single product we sell on Amazon is drop shipped on eBay by somebody.
Yeah.
But so check this out. So they don't know what our inventory levels are. So if we're selling our product on Amazon and it runs out of inventory, how long is it going to take them to see that on eBay? So how many canceled products are they going to get
No.
if they're drop shipping?
No, that's
Yeah.
not how it works. So this is the biggest model out there for drop shipping. I'll explain it to you guys, because I have a friend that was heavily into it, and you can make some pretty decent money. But it is very, for one, it's very saturated. So you're competing against a lot of other people drop shipping the same products as you are. It's very difficult, and eventually you got to start hiring VAs to handle this and manage it for you. Because this is what the people are doing. They're going to Amazon, they're signing up for a free 30-day Prime account, okay? And there's a lot of courses that teach this out there, okay? And what they're doing is they're using their Prime membership.
I wasn't going to share that.
Right. Well, I'm going to explain why
Yeah,
this.
go ahead.
If people think it's really easy, it's really not. So they're using their Prime membership because Amazon, you're not allowed to use Prime for business.
Right.
That's the rule, okay? But these people are signing up for a new account, and then they put the stuff on eBay, and then they have software that you pay for monthly. Sometimes it's by order, sometimes it's just a monthly fee. The software, when you sell something on eBay, will automatically go into Amazon, your Prime account, it'll order the product, and it will ship it to the customer through Amazon with the details from eBay. It sounds like an amazing business, right? Well, it's not, because, yeah, these software tools can help you. You know, if the price changes, which sometimes I go in, I change my prices on Amazon. Well, that software recognizes it. It checks it like every so many hours. Well, then it'll adjust the price on eBay automatically. Great. Well, then if you get low on inventory, so let's say my product's selling on Amazon, and their software, their bot is looking at my inventory, and all of a sudden it gets to like 10 units left. Well, then you can set things in this software that will automatically turn the listing off on eBay when it gets below a certain amount of number, like 10 or 8 or whatever, just to make sure that you don't sell something that's not available. Okay, so it handles all those problems. So this is the next problem. So every time you sign up with a new account, you have to have some sort of IP, a different IP. Because every time you sign up for a new account, you got to have a different IP, otherwise Amazon knows it's you. So these people are basically using IP changers, IP rotators to log into these 30-day free trial accounts. Well, after a while, maybe 20 days, maybe 30 days, maybe a week, if you're shipping products out from these Amazon accounts and you're using different addresses all the time, Amazon's smart. They know, oh, this is a drop shipper. Let's shut this account down. Well, then you move on to the next account and the next account and the next account. So you're constantly moving these accounts and creating more accounts and constantly doing this. Not only that, you got to be super good because you're competing against a whole slew of people that are also doing this. And people are just like Amazon, they're lowering their prices. They're like, I'll make 50 cents on a product. I'll make 50 cents an item. So how many items do you need to have? And the friend I had that was doing it, he said he needs to make at least $1 a product. $1
on a $150 item, and those are the items that are done, and that's why you have these $1 million a month sellers, but they're not even making 10 grand. So they're selling $1 million and they're not even making 10 grand.
There's people that it's taken them years to get their eBay store up to say 50,000 items.
And we've looked up the people that have sold our product and the money that
they're making like $1, they're making 50
cents. It's
cents.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. That's why I don't sell my products on eBay. The reason why is because I figured this out. I'm like, even if I shipped my own product to people on eBay, I cannot compete with these guys that are buying my item on Amazon.
We're making more money by them buying our product and selling it
because they're getting
eBay.
free shipping because they're Prime account. So it's like, I'm not even gonna mess with them. Some people get pissed. They're like, they're stealing my product and selling it on eBay.
We could go file a bureau on them.
Right.
But we make money off of them selling it.
They buy my product on Amazon and send it to people on eBay. It's like, that's great.
Well, that's where Ronnie and I, we don't share, because right as soon as you say Amazon Prime and you're using that as a business, it's already trying to work around rules. And we've always said, even in the Reseller Society, it's like, look, we're not here to show everybody how to do things the wrong way or the shady way or anything like that. And I mean, you've heard it from these guys. It's not worth doing. So don't try it, guys. I'm telling you, it's not going to pay off. It will not pay off.
My friend was doing it, and he had like 3-4 VAs constantly working, okay, to manage this, and he was making $5,000 a month, and it was headache after headache after headache. Then here's another problem that happens, okay? So some of you are like, oh, I could do that. No. Another problem is you got a PayPal account, right? Well, you're doing these huge numbers in PayPal. Guess what PayPal starts doing?
They'll shut you down.
They shut you down.
They want proof.
They either shut you down, or they say, guess what? We will not release the funds to you until the customer gets the product.
And gives you a positive feedback.
Right.
Ronnie?
So now you're going, I don't have the money to be able to buy the stuff on Amazon and wait for the customer to get it before PayPal releases the funds to me. So you're selling $5,000 a day, $10,000 a day. Can you afford that? No, you can't. You can't afford to fork that much money out and wait for the customer to get the product.
For 50 cents a product.
And then you got returns on top of that. So if somebody wants to return something, what do? Well, then you got to go
take it back and return it to Amazon.
You got to send them an Amazon label. You got to have them return it to Amazon.
I remember Dusty had a big issue with that. Remember, Ronnie, where somebody drop shipped from his Amazon to an eBay, and the person that he sent it, they wanted to return it. They sent it to Dusty, and he's like, what? I didn't get this. And then the guy nailed him on Amazon with the A to Z case. He's like, what? No. But yeah.
I don't remember, but yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
It was kind of screwed up, and I don't even think they sent them back the right unit. like someone switched out the unit on them.
Somebody calling the seller.
It was on it was on a printer, I think.
It was yeah. So
I think it was an eBay
somebody
sale.
conned
Somebody
the
on
drop
Amazon.
shipper, and then Dusty had to end up eating it as the Amazon seller got drop shipped from. It was messed up, but yeah, guys, don't do it. It's not worth it. Is it worth it?
No. And then what we were talking about earlier, here's another problem that will really deter people is the competitors doing the drop shipping. These guys that are doing this are so brutal. They'll go in and they will buy. They'll try to shut your eBay account down. And they will buy all your products and return them, buy all your products. And they'll keep doing this, and you can't afford to do this, especially when PayPal's holding your funds. And I've had people that did it, and this is what happened. Their account, they couldn't keep up with it because these competitors were shutting them down. I mean, they're buying everything all at once, and then when you see that, you start knowing that this is a competitor shutting me down. That's what they're doing.
Well, you guys know, have you heard that eBay is now going to free returns no matter what? If you broke the damn thing, you can send it back. Just like Amazon, they're trying to compete with Amazon. And imagine how that's going to hurt people now on top of what you're saying. So,
wow.
I was going to say that's how it is on Amazon, and it sucks. Like, we've gotten some ridiculous returns.
Yep.
Because we have ours set up to where, like, on Amazon, you have two options. You can either have it set to where if Amazon, once they get it back, think it's good, they can repackage it and sell it as new. But we have that shut off on ours. So every time we get any return, it gets returned to us. So if we deem that it is resellable, we can send it back in if we decide to. But some of the stuff we've gotten back is freaking gross.
Yeah.
We've gotten some horrible stuff back.
Thanks, Hawaiian Joe, for asking that question.
Yeah. So drop shipping, I'd say it's not a very good business. Either way you do it. If you do want to go shady, it's really hard, and you're gonna find yourself stressed out all the time. If you try to do it a legitimate way using a drop shipper, just like Chad said, I mean, it's gonna be you're
at the mercy of them.
Yeah.
You're literally at the mercy. So.
Well, and it's hard to compete anyways, because those people that advertise will drop ship products. You got to realize they have certain products they sell, and there's so many other people that are looking for an easy way out, right? They're looking for a way to make a buck. Like, this sounds amazing, but you got how many other people that are listing that exact same product on eBay, and then you're going to get beat out by the guys that are actually not drop shipping and buying the product and being able to sell it.
If any of y'all want to consider dropshipping, go check out Dropship Domination DSD.
No, we do not promote that. No.
You're not listening to me. It'll make you spend a bunch of money and you won't learn shit.
Oh yeah.
No,
they'll
there's
take thousands and thousands of dollars from you.
So much money
to try to teach you how to drop ship.
So much money.
Dude, I hate those two words, drop ship domination. I'm like, are you serious? People, they try to pimp that in our chats all the time.
You know what would confuse me is trying to explain this if somebody tried to audit you. Like, this whole system of buying and selling, like, I feel like because it's such little profit, and you're gonna get 1099 for it. Like, trying to explain if what do you want to call it? Like, IRS wanted to audit your ass. Like, that just seems like it would be impossible to explain to somebody. This whole system.
Well, let's give everybody an example of when it might be okay to use a drop shipper. Okay, say you have something on eBay and somebody orders something off of it, and you're like, holy crap, I cannot find it. So you either go to another eBay seller and you look, okay, is there something on here? Okay, I would like to send this to somebody as a gift. Or you can go to Amazon. It's like, okay, oh man, I need this item, because you want to take care of your customer. I've done that. And to me, that is acceptable when you're trying to take care of your customer. And probably when that happens, you're going to eat some money in taking care of your customer. So it's a reactive, using a drop shipper is a reactive to a situation rather than premeditated. This is my intention is to do this. So I think there's a big difference.
Well, how many times have you gone into your little seller groups and asked people, do you have this?
Yeah. Crap, I can't find it. I need it.
Right.
I used
Because
to do that too.
yeah, guys, nowadays on eBay, oh, it's terrible to cancel a sale for out of stock. That's bad. That's a ding and a half. I'm not saying they're forcing free returns, but if you want to keep your top rated seller plus discount, yes. Yes. Which, I mean, that's why we do a lot of stuff, right? To get that extra. If you don't get a benefit from it, then why do it, right? That's why people are going. That's why people are moving over, say, okay, I'm going to do the free shipping because now I want to keep the 10%. Then instead of the 20 that we used to get, I want to at least keep that. Well, that 10% isn't worth it to Kim and I because of the things we ship. A lot of stuff is heavy and it's a lot of money is involved when it comes to shipping. So it's totally up to you guys whether you make that change to free shipping or not. To us, it's not worth that 10% anymore. Not at the rate that we're selling. Ronnie, are you going to totally change over to free shipping to keep your top rated seller or not?
You mean free returns?
Yeah, free returns.
Yeah, no. I don't think I'm going to do it. I right now, I don't like it. I don't like it because of what I sell. I sell a large, like a third of our sales are probably more men's suits and sport coats. I don't want to turn into Mr. Tux. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just, and every time I ship one of those out, it's on $10 on average. So it would be $20 I'd lose. You lose it both ways. So yeah. I'm not comfortable with that. You know, if I don't get it, I don't get it. It's whatever. But as I sit right now, I don't like it. I may offer it on some listings, but may not on others, if that makes any sense.
Well, Quad Keith says, need TRS to bump your search. I'm not going to lose my top rated seller status. I'm going to lose my top rated plus the discounts. That's what I'm going to lose. I'm not going to get my discounts at the end of the month on my final value fees by not accepting free returns. I'm still going to be a top rated seller. So, and there's a lot of people I've been watching. I've been sitting back. I've been being quiet, listening to, especially on Instagram, where a lot of people are saying, okay, we've gone to this free shipping. We haven't really seen a big change. And then now you're starting to see, it's been a while, but I'm starting to see a change, a pickup in our sales. To me, that's saying, you know, it could be anything, right? I mean, because we all go through dry spells and all of a sudden it picks up and it's like, you could say, well, I'm just listing better things, or it's just that time where people decide they want to buy. So what you attribute it to, it's really hard to tell. So, but yeah, I mean, that 10% isn't worth it for us because we have too much to lose. And as far as search rank, we'll still be better priced than everybody with free shipping. So why not go free shipping? Because we got more to lose than what everybody else does with the weight of our items. But yeah, Dave, Sarah, since you guys have left eBay, man, there's some big business decisions people have to make. And
oh yeah. I mean, some of my older videos, I talked about why I didn't do free shipping. Yeah. And then later, I had other people around me that were still doing eBay, and you know, they're saying, "Oh no, you got to do free shipping if you want your stuff to show." Like I had my brother-in-law was having those issues. He was like, "I'm just like not showing up and this and that. I've tested it. I'm looking at it." Sure. And so I'm starting to see that, you know, doing free shipping is kind of the way to go if you want your listings to be seen more.
Also,
free returns.
Free shout returns. Out to the Crazy Card for the tip. That's amazing. Thank you.
Oh, right on. And sorry, I said free shipping. I meant free returns. But screw free shipping too. I don't do that. Only on a few items. Yeah, I'm majorly like totally plastered. I've had 2 beers. So no, I just misspoke. Free returns. That's the big change now. Plus you have to get free shipping.
It's the same with Amazon now, though. It's the same with Amazon. I mean, of course, if you buy something fine, you're going to have free returns. But they've changed it now on Amazon too, to where if you're doing merchant fulfilled, where it's like you're selling something from your home, there's automatic free returns on that too.
Yeah. Man, you guys' microphone went to shit. Just saying.
Give us just a second, we'll refresh.
Ronnie?
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people are talking about in the chat going, it's going to give you a search listing and this. I mean, a search boost given free shipping. I mean, you want to sell shit on eBay, sell the right shit. I mean, it's just what it comes down to. Sell shit people want, shit that's in demand, shit at a good price. Sell shit that people want.
Just sell shit. You know? It's Ronnie's channel. Just sell shit. Shit sells.
Dude, my lighting right now is bothering my eyes so bad. Because people are always like, why are you in the dark, Ronnie? So I have the damn lights over here, and they are bothering my eyes big time.
It's been a long time since we've gone over an hour and a half. It's been a long time since we've gone over an hour.
Are we better now?
Are we better now?
You are.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think the last show we did too, we went up pretty long.
Don't sell jeans. What, am I behind on something? Is jeans not selling well now?
So I think on a situation like that with free returns and stuff, it's a lot kind of what we do in our business. You know, it comes down to testing, right? Like you almost have to like test it out for a month to be like, okay, I'm going to do it for a month, and then track your sales, track how many sales you're getting per day. Track. It's hard with eBay because you're not selling the same exact item. But I mean, if there's a difference, there's going to be a huge difference, right? Like, oh my gosh, like instead of selling, I usually average 8 to 10 sales a day or whatever. Now I'm averaging 25. And then of course track, your returns too. Like how much are you getting scammed? How much are you, people taking advantage of you or whatever. But it's one of those things where I think you would need to test it. Be like, is it worth it or is it not? And then you got to put all the figures in and be like, hey, I'm getting a discount now, I'm top rated, or it's not worth it. Because in the end, it comes down to what? It comes down to how much money can I make? Is it worth it? Will I make more, or is it not worth it and I'll make less?
Okay, and the one girl said I can't afford to have people rent my things and return them. That also is very much based on what you're selling.
Right. And I totally feel Forever Girl 42. I feel you on that because it's people like us who, I mean, guys, to be honest with you, if I was selling literally everything I would sell, I could ship in a flat rate. And I'm talking mostly clothing. There is nothing wrong with it. If I was a clothing seller, I would be opted into the free returns all day long because the most I would lose is a padded flat rate envelope. That's literally the most I would ever lose, and that's like $6.90. But on a lot of my stuff, I mean, it's holy cow, it's $25, $30, $35, $40 just in shipping. So yeah, it depends on what you sell, whether or not I'd opt in a heartbeat if all I sold was first class items. If all I sold was sunglasses or glass frames or small trinkets, I would opt in a heartbeat because it would be worth it. I could lose a whole month. I could lose a whole month of the final value fees discounts on one item shipping. And you're saying, well, it's only $30. That's not a whole month. Dude, you have to pay there and back. That's $60. So it's not just the amount you shipped. You have to give them the amount they paid the first time back. So if you're shipping a $25 item that costs $30 to ship, you're paying $60 just in shipping back to that customer. Or it's coming out of your pocket for a $25, $35, $50 item. So yeah, it can be tough for a lot of people. I mean, like Kim and I, that's the area to where like it's not worth offering free returns for any reason. I don't care why. It's just not feasible. Now, if we were getting 30% at the end of the month, I'd be like, yeah, we'd consider it. Then it went down from 20% to 10%. And it's like, now that 10% is like, jeez, you know, you'd have to really give me something decent to be able to fight for that 10%, and free returns is not worth fighting for. Keep the 10%. I'm not doing it.
eBay's just,
Yeah.
I loved it when we got the 20%. But I mean,
it just seems like
they've
they're
been
pushing
making
out the little guy. That's what it feels like.
jump through more and more hoops.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I mean, there's other sites popping up now. I mean, I listed on a few of them just to see what it's about. I mean,
yeah,
I'm doing less of
you're
this clothing anyway, so it's like it doesn't matter. I mean, technically, I mean, probably another few years. I mean, I could never say I would totally get out of it, but you know, probably go on to something else.
Yeah, Mr. Sadie says it will cause a rise in sellers telling customers to just keep the item and do the refund because it's cheaper that way. And that's what it would be for somebody like me. A lot of times it'd be like, just keep it. It's going to end up costing me $60 for a $50 item. If you sell a $50 item with $30 shipping, you know, that might be worth doing. But now if I have to have $60 come out of my pocket on top of a $50 item, no.
Susan says it's
I'm
called
going private label.
Amazon.
Screw you all. I'm going private label. They've already said they're going to take me under their wing. They're going to show me everything I need to know and give me like 10 free products. They're going to do the research. And yeah.
It is nice, man. You wake up in the morning or the afternoon, and
and you're lucky if I'm up before noon.
And you're like, wow, I made $500 already today. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, she said it's like Amazon, eBamazon.
Susan said it's called eBamazon now.
eBamazon. Or it could be Amazon like it's like Canadian.
Yeah. Old cat hoodies. Yeah. Damn, this went about 2 hours. Now I'm starting to feel like the old days.
Well, I got one more question. It's just, have you seen a lot of these things on Facebook coming up now, like these Facebook Lives where people are selling stuff?
Yo,
isn't that insane?
Why couldn't you ask that before our show? But yes, we have seen that.
That is freaking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, people selling stuff on there, going on like a 1 hour or 2 hour stream, and they're selling over 100 products. And they're making $10 a piece on them profit probably. And it's becoming like Facebook home shopping network. This is a platform that really interests me. Like I'm already in talks with people about this, and it's crazy because I mean I got the experience to freaking go over to freaking China and brand stuff and have your own brand where you go on live and you're just like, look at this, look at this, look at that. You want it? You have 5 seconds. Hurry up. Oh, you bought it. So much, man. It's just, you're making freaking killing.
I know, but what do they sell?
Well, let me tell you what would sell. All the stuff people on Etsy are selling. That's what's going to sell.
Sounds good to me. I'm going to have to check into that.
So, Chad, if you were going to buy on a Facebook Live auction, what would you buy?
You never know. If it's worth buying and reselling, I'd probably do it. That sounds like a good market to be looking into. Yeah.
I was thinking dildos or something. You could totally have a dildo show on there, but they probably wouldn't go over very well. People would have to have like fake Facebook accounts to buy it,
there's always been a lot of speculation and stuff. A lot of your guys' private label stuff has been adult oriented bedroom utensils.
Well, of course, because we sent them in pink fucking poly mailers.
Well, I think that's where that came from. But no, we don't sell adult products. products. I'm not in that market.
Oh,
I've thought about it, but I'm not.
We have done some serious consideration into lube.
Right.
But to get anything adult product, you have to have certain like FDA regulations. And it's kind of hard, especially when you're talking lubes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to get into.
I've looked into it, but it's just, never did it. A lot of people that start, a lot of people, you'd be surprised, like it's a first go-to for a lot of people. They're like, I can sell sex toys. Like, I don't know what it is, but everybody that gets into it, they're like, I'm looking at adult products. I'm looking at adult products. And I'm going, I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to sell them.
Yeah.
It's gotta be so saturated. Gotta be saturated. Yeah.
It is very saturated, and that's the hard thing about it. If any of you are looking to get into sex toys, the problem with it is when you go onto Amazon anyways, you have to specifically go into an adult category, and the main keyword is dildo. Pretty much no matter what adult product you're getting into, the main keyword is dildo. So it's just not feasible for most people.
Yeah.
Lost me with that potty mouth. I'm out of here. Bye, Jay.
Who is it? I don't recognize Jay. Welcome to the Gillmans, man. I mean, what it is. We invited him on the channel.
We kind of invited ourselves.
Oh, no.
I kind of invited us.
Yeah. No, it's fine. Whatever.
Guys, trust me. If we, Ronnie or myself, and I think I can speak for Ronnie, if we had any reservations or issues, this wouldn't be happening. And yeah, we go back a long time, so you guys are good.
No, my motto has always been, if you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody. So I just be myself, and that's it. So, you know, that's what you get. Sorry, guys, if it offends you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Ronnie's going to sweat over one or two people.
Oh, I haven't watched one of your videos in a while, Ronnie, but man, when I used to watch some of your old videos, like every other word was, I was like, you're just like, I don't know. Just like, wow.
I had to kind of watch because, you know, it's kind of, you know, that's how I am. My wife gets after me because I'll literally be talking to like the Salvation Army manager, and I'm like, oh, fuck, and you know, a bunch of people turn around looking at me or something. She's like, baby, seriously, like, you know, it's just, you know, you learn words, you say words. I mean, it becomes part of your vocabulary, unfortunately, and you know, you use them as you feel fit, you know. But you know, as you know, you do sometimes try to look around and figure out, like, okay, tone it down a little bit, watch myself from time to time, and that's it.
Yeah.
And chances are, most of the time, you can tell the people, look, you've heard worse from your own kids. So, you know.
That's the thing. I mean.
That's just honesty.
I mean, I hear, go out anywhere, you hear people swear. I mean, anybody to say they haven't sworn or swear, whatever you want to say, is a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean? Because they do at one point or another. You know, it is what it is. I mean.
Did I really say bedroom utensils?
That's a new word right there, baby.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, you know, what's funny is, remember when we went to Tony Robbins?
Yeah.
And, you know, people watching, they probably seen Tony Robbins or heard of Tony Robbins, and if they haven't, they should probably check him out. But anyways, we went to a Tony Robbins freaking seminar, hoorah thing, where we walked on hot coals, and, you know, we watched the show. When he comes,
we walked on fire.
He comes out, and it's effing this and effing that, and just F this, F that, and no effing way. And
I mean, and there was kids there.
And I'm like,
there was kids there. And he very specifically says, you know what, kids, if you're hearing this, just realize this is real life language.
Yeah, and he says if you have small kids and you don't want to be here, that's fine. You can take them out, and then we'll refund you, whatever, because this is me and this is it. And he basically said the reason why he cursed so much in there is because they're impact words. They're words that when you say them, people, they spike up and they listen, you know? So, and it's true. Like he's sitting there talking, you're just like, whatever. Yeah. He's like, effing way. And you're like, whoa. Like,
but who's going to get up and walk out of a Tony Robbins, you know, ceremony like Jay got up and walked out on this?
Well, what's his name does the same thing. Who's the motivator guy on everybody likes him. I can't really.
Gary V.
I don't really. Yeah, that guy. I don't really like him, but you know, I don't need anybody to be motivating me. I mean, look at my bank account. I don't see money. I motivate myself.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, Gary V's the same way.
I love that Swamp Picker put Gay V.
Gary V. We saw him in Portland when we went to
Vandercheck, yeah.
We saw him.
Yeah, he's a big motivator.
But a lot of those guys, you know, they use swear words every now and then. And it is true. It does make you kind of wake up and pay attention. You know, words come out and you're just like, whoa, they're up there swearing. Oh my God, they're like me.
Is that a new thing that if you put something on a YouTube live, you can retract your message?
Oh, yes, you can. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Swamp Glenn, he retracted his Gary Gay comment. Or Gay V. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He was like, I didn't mean to say that.
That's a new thing since we've been live. That wasn't a thing before.
Yeah. Oh, we've got some good things to deal with trolls too. So pretty good stuff. And we were able to give people wrenches to watch it for us. And so it's been pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully you're pissing off a lot of people, because the more people you piss off, the more people will watch. You know,
I tell you, Ronnie and I, we have not changed a bit. I don't think we've changed. Yeah, we're probably one of the most consistent things. Not that we're consistently uploading, but we are consistent being who we are. Yeah.
All right, we're at that.
Stays on the videos now too?
Do what?
The live feed stays on the videos now too?
Yeah, people can. Yeah, that's a new thing, that the actual chat actually can also be saved and seen. You know, back in the old days, we used to like, man, I'm glad people can't see the comments that were going on in that. Now they can. So yeah.
Well, now you don't get the trolls as much using their own names as sometimes they would in the past.
Yeah.
Is that a choice though, or is it just automatic? Can you choose to keep the live feed?
I think it's automatic.
I think it's automatic. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's actually kind of cool. I mean,
I got us in trouble in the olden days.
No, I actually think it's kind of neat though, because you know, a lot of times if you ever watch a live feed, you're like, oh, thanks for saying that. Oh, thank you. And you're just like, what are they talking about?
Right.
Oh, thanks for putting that in the chat. Where's the chat? You know.
Well, this one that comes when your video goes live, they're like commenting in the thing every like 5 minutes. You can tell they'll watch it and they think they're commenting as it's live or something.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh, you know, this redone technically. I mean, but it's fun.
Is this live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So somebody asked us why we don't make videos anymore.
To be honest, I'm just so involved with what I'm doing, you know, with my business and everything. And it's not really a good excuse.
And also the problem with that is our whole channel was revolved around making money on eBay.
Right.
And we don't do that anymore.
It kind of changed. And to be honest with you, like I've thought, like we were talking about earlier, I've thought about starting to put some different videos up just about maybe private labeling and stuff, because I know a lot of people want to know certain things about it and stuff like that. And to do that, I would just have to set a goal. I'm not going to do it right now, but I got to set a goal to where like every Wednesday or something, I'm going to take this much time to make a video about something, you know, that can maybe help, you know, people make the decision, I guess, or maybe get some more information on private labeling.
What would we have to do to get you back on YouTube?
Well, here's my advice to you guys. You can learn something from me tonight. Your content may change, but your brand does not. So keep doing it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I thought about it.
Look at you sounding all like a radio DJ and shit.
Oh
Just
yeah,
do
it
daily-
means so much more when you bring it closer to your face. See, it's got context.
Just get somebody to follow you guys around, do live, like daily videos.
Yeah, like a blog. Do like a blog. Yeah. I've thought of that. That's a lot of work, man. But I mean, you could have a lot of followers from that, but that's not my thing, you know. Follow me around.
Well,
I don't
me
go
and
very
Ronny
many
will
places
definitely
usually.
try to capitalize and make money off this video. So make sure you guys watch all the commercials that come on when you watch it later on.
Or
And,
get your YouTube Red.
or get YouTube Red. If you don't like the commercials, then get YouTube Red and quit complaining to us about the commercials.
Complain to Google. I use the Google thing that tells what is it?
That's a new thing, isn't it?
Tells you where to put the commercials. Hey, put the
Yeah.
commercials in there for me. But get this finished up. It's 2 hours.
Yeah.
Sitting here, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Damn.
I ate a
I hear
burrito
you.
before. But any last words from the Gillmans?
No, just it's good to hear from everybody again, and you know, maybe being on here, you know, make me start putting some more videos up or something. Maybe I should set a goal.
Go kick some ass and make some money.
Yeah, go make some money. You know, that's pretty much it.
Yes, and you guys may not know we've run over 150 live viewers all night, which that's a big change from what we used to do. We used to get excited for 10 live viewers. We've got 10 people on the panel, and we've got 15 live viewers, and 10 of us are actually monitoring, so that counts us. So we had 5 live viewers. I mean, you guys
does it count the people?
Yeah.
We always try to figure out if it counted us or not.
It did. Yeah. So a lot has changed, and I just want to thank the Gillmans for coming on. It's great to talk with them again, and it should be inspiring to a lot of people. And yeah, it's out of reach for a lot of people. It's out of reach for us. Kim and I aren't willing to sink thousands and thousands in, but we're always willing to learn a little bit. So you never know. Man, it'd be hard to beat eBay for us because we're just in this cruise mode. But thanks for coming out, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys, having us on.
Good seeing everybody. It was good catching up with you guys. That's about it. See you guys later. And okay, there we go.